everybody. I'll be back today. So, I'm surrounded by packages. I'm going to do a quick opening video because I've been MIA for ages and busy with work mostly. So, that happens, I guess. I don't know what to start with. There's so many boxes. Which do I choose? Let's just do this one first. I think this one's from Etsy. Yeah, it says it like right there. Dork. I bought something that's hopefully really pretty. Easier this way. It is a brooch. Hoping to pair with my blouses that I'm making. Well, I'm in the process of making to have more Victorian inspired clothes. Because that is my dream. To look like a 19th century lady. Oh, it's so cute. So I got this from, I'm assuming the store name is Silver Butler, because that's what's on the return address. They packaged it really cute with a little bow and a sticker. Aww. And I like that they sent it in a little box because it's a glass brooch. It's obviously not any sort of real jewels or anything like that, but it definitely has a very like rustic look to it. At least it did when I was looking at it online. So it had some velvet wrap on top and it looks like this, and I'm a super big fan of opals, so that's why I have this opal brooch. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. It's a glass brooch with like a bronze backing. It has a very small pen, so I'm a little bit worried that it might eventually break on me, but that's okay. I can always put a new clip on this brooch that was super pretty. So I'm gonna start incorporating this into my wardrobe, I think. And if I really like it, I might get some more. I'm trying to I don't wear a lot of jewelry, so I'm trying to think of ways to branch out, and accessories are very important when you want to look like you're from a different time period. So brooches, hats, things like that. I'm trying to figure out how to get the appropriate. Next thing we have is, I believe, shoes. We will see once I actually open it if it is shoes, because it's in a weirdly soft box. Normally I get shoes in actual shoe boxes, so I believe this is the shoes I ordered. But we'll see. Could be I'm mistaken. So again, with the Victorian theme, I want a better shoe option. Lately, I've been noticing I have decent shoes sometimes, but a lot of my shoes look really modern. Because modern shoes are kind of what you get unless you look pretty hard. So I was browsing Amazon because that's where I get most of my stuff, and I found some decent looking shoes. And those Victorian shoes were, that ladies wore, were like little half boots. melt it a little bit. I don't keep it, I guess. This one's fine. Yeah, that one's the only one with damage. Because if you're wearing old style clothes and modern stuff, it looks funny. It doesn't give you the right texture. But it takes time to get the whole wardrobe together, so I'm slowly but surely getting it. Next, I have a new package from Inkbox. How do I open this? There. I got 2 new tattoos sent my way. And they changed. Oh, I guess they just changed the way they sent it in a big recyclable envelope, which I like. Nice cardboard envelopes, easy enough for me to recycle. And oh, that's cute. And they gave me a little sticker that says better than yesterday. So, I have 2 that I purchased. When I repurchased is the angel symbol from the Mortal Instruments, because I'm a nerd. And the other one I purchased is a little bit of a longer one. It says, it's kind of fun to do the impossible. Sorry, I had to read it. I don't even know what this is. I don't know. I ran out of the ones that I knew. Oh, funsies. So, I bought a garter belt and some extra large because I'm curvy. Hopefully they work. Always have trouble getting thigh highs. They're either too long because I'm short, or they're not wide enough in the thighs because I have very Slocyclub. I don't know how you're supposed to say it. It's this here. Words. Also in a size extra large. It looks nice. I'm trying to figure out how to open it without tearing it. Looks like I got it. I just want to see what kind of material feels like. So, oh, it's actually interesting. So there's 6 garter tabs. It's nice and stretchy. And it has different clips like you do in like most last thing in this box is I bought a tripod because I'm getting a desk next week and I want to be able to set this up on the desk and be able to film with my camera that I've been avoiding using because I haven't had a desk to use to film. It's a weird process. Hopefully it's decent. It's by UBeesize. I can read this one. It's one of those really small, flexible tripods that all of those blogger people use. It's the bendy legs. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna break it already. It comes with a camera mount. Give me a second here to open stuff. So this is the phone one. So it has like a spring to hold on your phone and it screws down in that spot to one of these mounts. Maybe like this one. Or maybe it screws directly onto this pen. I'm going to play with it. It has the phone mount. It has a camera mount, which maybe is this one. And it has, I don't know if I'm going to ever use this, but it has a like a photo clicker thing so that you can like set it up and click it, and it's supposed to make your phone click photos while you're, you know, away. I don't know, I might play with it. That's not really my purchase reason I'm buying it. And it has like a little soft case, which is nice. I'll read the directions and figure out how to use it because I'm tech challenged. I'm happy I know how to edit videos at this point. I opened this box the other day, but I wanted to show you guys what I bought. I was impatient because I wanted to wear them. So I got two of these clips. One's silver and one is gold from Amazon the other day. And they're like really pretty hairpins. So I've been using them to do my hair lately. And it works to hold your hair and make it look pretty all at the same time, which I think is amazing. So I'm fairly obsessed with hair combs lately. You're probably gonna see. Okay, so technical difficulties were a thing. I was editing my video that I recorded yesterday, and my computer died halfway through recording it, and I was looking for the second half of the video, and it does not seem to exist. So I will zoom through what I talked about yesterday, and hopefully everything will be here. I talked off the cuff a bit at the end, and who knows what I said. Yeah. So this is the fun impromptu change and everything. That's why. Next day. Actually, I think it's like 2 days. So I had a day where I just was writing yesterday. It was a really quiet day. It was nice. But before I cut out, I was talking about hairpins. So there's the other one I was talking about. I bought one, the silver one with gold. I did notice that when I was wearing this one yesterday, it's starting to pop up. It was just tack welded on a few spots, the metal pieces together, because they made the hair comb part and then the decoration separately, and they tack welded it together. So one of the tack welds has failed. I can fix it, but you know, just for reference, it's not the sturdiest construction for this particular hair comb. I've ordered a few more hair combs from Etsy, mostly because they had a bit more variety for pretty cheap, and I like to support small businesses, so I did not mind, and trolling through Etsy the other day was fairly fun. So those should be arriving, who knows, in the next week or so. So when they get here, I'll try and hop it in a video and show you guys what I bought. I know I bought a couple different kinds with the same metal tones as my brooch to try and pull it all together. Because that's me, being a matchy-matchy person. So the next thing I opened in my video was my floor cushion that I bought. It came packaged in a very large box. The package, it was all wrapped in plastic. It was supposed to be vacuum sealed, but it had like a Ziploc close on one side and it had popped open. So the vacuum sealed had kind of disappeared once that happened. So it had floofed up already and I didn't have to wait for it to fluff up. That was one of the comments that I saw in the reviews, were that it didn't inflate properly. Mine inflated really well. I used it typing yesterday because I don't have a desk yet, so I was typing with one of my low tables and sitting on one of these. I sit on the floor to do a lot of my drafting for my patterns and things, so when I do a lot of drafting, sitting on hardwood floors gets a little annoying, so I bought this to sit on. I tried using a generic pillow, but it wasn't densely fluffed enough, if that makes sense, for it to really support my knees. So like as I was sitting on it, it would slowly end up on the floor because I'd smoosh all of the stuffing away from my legs and I'd just be sitting on pillowcase and I'd be like, ugh, fluff it up the pillow again. It got kind of a pain. So this is great. It's about like 2 feet by 2 feet. It's a nice square boho kind of pattern. I like it because it's like busy and a lot of my stuff in my house is kind of fairly neutral, so I like to do pops of color with cushions and pillows and things. So I thought it was kind of fun. It sits behind my door usually, or my cat finds it and uses it as a bed. She's been particularly taken with it whenever I've left it on the floor. She's been napping on it a few times, I've noticed, so it's pretty comfortable and it's dense but soft at the same time, so like I like it. So far it's pretty good. I don't think it was that expensive either. It was like maybe 30 bucks or something. I got it for like the Prime sale, so it was definitely on sale during the Prime Day, but it's good enough. The last thing I opened was a HelloFresh box. I had 2 meals delivered this past week. I had these sweet and smoky chicken breasts, which I cooked today. It was super delicious. That was my lunch. No complaints. The only thing I noticed was one of the sour cream packets exploded in my in transit, which I don't eat sour cream, so it was fine. I just chucked it in the bin, but it had gotten on some of my produce, so I had to wash it off. That was kind of annoying. Normally that doesn't happen, so that was interesting. And the other meal I have is though this one's a tongue twister, Presto Pesto Panko chicken. And I've had this one before. It is very good. Last time I had extra pesto, and I already had panko in my pantry, because sometimes I'll do a quick breading on chicken and stuff, so I kind of quickly made like my own version of it using their pesto, and I had it again last time I made it. I had a little bit of extra and made like a small extra chicken breast with it because it was really delicious. I'm excited. You have to remember not to, what was the thing I messed up last time? Don't put the cheese too early, I think was the thing I messed up on. So, other things I talked about in my video was I did some updates on my sewing projects. I am in the middle of trying to make a blouse pattern that I like. I gave up because it was annoying. Temporarily. I'm saying this temporarily. I keep having issues where I don't have enough darts, or I have too many darts. I keep going back and forth between this issue. I modified the pattern 2 weeks ago because that's the last time I was doing any work on blouses, and I added an additional dart because I was having an issue getting this area to fit properly. I have a gathered section up here in the pattern I'm playing with, and it's too fluffy. I need it to pull down and be a little bit more fitted in this area, and I added a dart hoping that it'll do that. I have to make a mock-up and see if that worked. And I got a little deflated after this is the second. I did 2 mock-ups already. They've both been pretty meh so far. Like, I'm just not pleased with what I've been getting. That's the part of the game. The other thing I've been playing with is I'm experimenting with doing sort of like a hard wearing waistcoat. So I'm using some canvas, and I'm playing with trying to make a nice fitted waistcoat. The next thing I need to do is play with the collar, because I forgot to do the collar piece for the waistcoat. I think I have a pretty good fitting waistcoat pattern. I've done 2 mock-ups of that, and I've added a few darts and taken out some measurements. I think I've done enough to make it fit. I need to add some more to the front seam a little bit. It was a little too far. Like, if I was trying to like button it, I wouldn't have enough space to button. I have that issue a lot of times when I'm like, I can't button the buttons, my boobs are in the way. So I definitely need to add some more seam allowance to make sure that I can fold it over. I haven't actually decided how I'm going to do the buttons. I keep going back and forth. If I line it, I don't have to fold it over. I can just do another inner lining with canvas and don't have to, add the extra fold over amount. But then I have to do a lining. So I'm going back and forth if I want to go through the effort of doing a whole lining for the whole thing. But then the other issue is if I don't do a lining, then I have to finish all of the seams inside. That would be a pain. So I'm kind of leaning towards doing a full lining, even though that'll take a bit. It's not going to be the end of the world. It's just a matter of me assembling the whole right side and then assembling the whole lining and then doing the fun part of pinning it all together, and then I'd probably sew it all on by hand after that point because I don't want to do any visible top stitches. But yeah, that's kind of my thought process. So I have to experiment with colors and make sure that I've only done half. I've been trying to save fabric because canvas is fairly expensive. Even though last time I bought it, it was on sale. I'm trying to be a little thrifty, so I've been doing half mock-ups. I've been just doing, from front middle to back middle waistcoats and putting them together and trying them on, making sure they fit around curves basically, and then adjusting here and there for where I think I'm gonna match the 2 sides together. So I have to actually sew the whole mock-up next time and experiment with the color. And then I think I'll finally be in a good spot to actually start, doing an actual waistcoat, I suppose. It's kind of an interesting thing. I'm draft the collar for that, actually. That was on my to-do list this weekend, and I haven't done that. All I did was type a book yesterday. Set and clean. So the other thing I did this past week was I finally finished hemming and sewing on my closures for my chemise that I'm super not pleased with. Has anybody ever done that where you finish a project and then you're really not pleased with it? I'm really not pleased with this. So I'm going to do a quick, I can just throw this on over my clothes and show you what it looks like. And tell you some things I don't like about it. So give me a second. Oh. But yeah, I haven't washed it yet, so you might see some erasable, washable markers around and about. But yeah, this is my chemise that I finished. I did a couple snap closures up top. Like, I really love the sleeves, and I think that's the only thing I really like. That and my hem drop's really great. Like, the closures weren't really needed, it was just to keep it so it wouldn't flop around. So that's it on. It fits pretty well. I don't like that the neckline, I don't know, it's probably not the word I need to use, but that's what I'm thinking of. I don't like that the neckline, neck banding, that's closer probably. It doesn't, I didn't put any interfacing in it, and I should have put interfacing in it, so it just flops. It's only 2 layers of linen. Like, it's pretty thumbsy cotton. So it does not do what I need it to do, which is to be nice and stay like that the whole time. Nope, it just does whatever it wants to do. And I know it's supposed to get covered up, so it shouldn't be a big deal. But it makes me really annoyed. The other thing is, it's a little too big. Like, I definitely added some extra inches when I was drafting it, thinking I could always take some out. But I may have added too much. Oh well. The way that this was constructed is really interesting. It has, oh, the light's not good enough for this. So it has a gusset here, and it has this interesting like U insert to cover around the gusset, and I've never seen a pattern drafted like that, so I did it the way it had it, and it was so difficult. I would recommend never doing that because it's not needed. It was, this pattern was made too complicated. So I'm planning on, at this point, using this and chopping it up because I think I have enough fabric here to make another chemise that I'll actually like. And I might salvage the sleeves. I don't know what for, but they're actually pretty nice. I like these sleeves. Like, I don't know. I suppose I could always just reuse the sleeve pattern because it's cute. I think they're pretty. But everything else I don't particularly like. So I'm planning on using this as material basically because it has a really, really big front panel and back panel that I can cut up. It has a few gores. I have a few side gores that I won't be able to use as far as for piecemeal purposes, but the rest of my chemise is mostly giant pieces. It's only around the arms and the sides where I have some inserts. So I think I have enough fabric to work with. At least to get 1/2 of a chemise. Because I'm trying not to waste any material. So I could always use this extra material for the back section of my chemise. And I have some more of this fabric that I could just cut up and make the front section of it. So I think that's the way I'll do it. That means I'll have an extra back seam, but it's not a big issue. Awesome! I have a new game plan. But yeah, so it fits pretty good. Like, it's fine. It's just too bunchy. down here where I'd put a corset. Like, that's too bunchy. But that's my own fault, because I probably should have drafted it to be about 2 inches smaller. It should have done this kind of it. Like, that's what it should have done. So that's my main gripe, is I didn't really need any of the gores. I didn't need them. It was overcomplicated. All I'm going to say with that. And I've rambled for an extra 20 minutes. Oh, editing these is going to have fun. I've already edited like 10 minutes of a video. Awesome. We're going to get an extra long video. Because I've rambled extra more than I did last time, I think. So, I'm going to stop talking. If you guys want to know more about my sewing exploits, let me know. When I I'm expecting a desk in the next week or so. When I get that in the mail, I will show you an unboxing of that, and I'm going to work on finishing it because it's going to come unfinished. It's basically just going to be a raw wood desk, and I'm going to work on sanding and staining and sealing it. If you want to see those progress, or even if you want me to time-lapse it, maybe. I don't know what would be easiest, but I could do either one, probably. Just editing me would have more fun with time-lapsing, I suppose. But yeah, just let me know. I'm planning on doing it on my patio, back patio. I'm just gonna set it all up and go at it, because it's nice, finally-ish weather. It's starting to cool off. I think all of the hot weather is behind us. See, so that's my plan next weekend, as long as my shipping stuff goes as planned. And yeah, I ran out of things to say. Thanks for sticking around for this really long video. I appreciate you guys spending time here. If you liked this video, please remember to click the like button and click the subscribe button if you want to see more from my channel, and I hope to see you guys next week. Bye.